Lanny Swerdlow. I'm a registered nurse here in Riverside, California. I founded and operated a medical marijuana collective in the city to provide patients with their medicine. And the collective I founded, plus probably 1,000 or more other collectives throughout the state of California, are now under attack from the federal government, making it very difficult for patients in this state to get their medicine. So, you know, we've got going on in this country right now these Occupy Wall Street, we've got Occupy Los Angeles, we've got Occupy San Diego. We're starting one right here in the city of Riverside. On Saturday, October 15th, we're going to have Occupy Riverside. People are upset about what's going on with Wall Street and how it's decimated this country, fraudulently decimated this country. Well, you know, there's a connection. There's a connection between the fraudulent and what's happening with the bankers and stuff and medical marijuana. The President of the United States, Barack Obama, has not arrested one single Wall Street banker. Yet he is sending U.S. attorneys, Department of Justice officials, cops, millions and millions of dollars into the state of California to shut down medical marijuana collectives that provide medical marijuana to patients as provided for under the laws of the state of California. Why are the Wall Street bankers getting away with all the fraud and crime they committed, with how they've ruined the economy of this country, turned the value of people's houses upside down so they owe more than they're worth, caused massive unemployment, and not one of them has been arrested or prosecuted for any of these crimes, and yet we're spending all this money going after simple medical marijuana collectives, giving medicine to patients as provided under state law. You know, I don't understand. You know, I really do think I understand what's going on. You know what it's all about? It's about President Barack Obama. We elected him because he was going to bring change. He was going to clean house. We're not going to have the best government that was best, that was bought and sold or whatever. Well, you know what? Barack Obama has outdone even George Bush. Barack Obama hasn't gone after any of the bankers, the Wall Street bankers. Why? Because he wants their money for his re-election campaign. He wants to raise $1 billion. Well, you know, where's he going to get that $1 billion? I gave money to Barack Obama's campaign in 2008. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there, small little people out there, millions of us, who made small contributions to Barack Obama's campaign. Well, we are all so disillusioned by him, and he knows it, that we're not going to be opening up our wallets and sending $25, $30 by the millions to this guy anymore. So where's he going to get his money? He's going to get it from the Wall Street bankers, who are so grateful to him because he gave them close to $1 trillion to bail them out of the horror scenes that they caused with all their fraudulent manipulations. Hasn't helped the average homeowner, have they? No, they're in trouble. Haven't helped the people without jobs. But he is going to see to it that the Wall Street bankers get out scot-free, because he wants their money for his re-election campaign. Well, how does that relate to medical marijuana? I'll tell you how it relates to medical marijuana. He is sending all these cops, spending all these money to close down medical marijuana collectives. Who wants that done? It's not the citizens of the state of California. They voted for medical marijuana. They wanted to see the patients have it. They wanted to have a reasonable license, regulated access. They didn't want a free-for-all, but they expected the patients to be able to get it. They didn't vote for this initiative thinking the patients wouldn't be able to get it. How stupid. So here he is, he wants to close down all these medical marijuana collectives. Who is going to gain by closing down medical marijuana collectives besides the Mexican mafia? I'll tell you who's going to gain. Pharmaceutical corporations. Pharmaceutical corporations know that they will lose billions in dollars of sales if people have access to marijuana, because people need less of their prescription pharmaceuticals for pain. They'll need less of their prescription pharmaceuticals as antipsychotic. They'll need less of their prescription pharmaceuticals for insomnia. Those are the biggest profit makers of the pharmaceutical companies, and they know they will lose billions if marijuana is available medically. And that's what's happening here in California, and they want that stopped. And who else? The alcohol companies. Alcohol companies are terrified by marijuana. In Proposition 19, the campaign we just recently had to legalize marijuana, do you know who was the single biggest contributor to the No on 19 campaign? I'll tell you who. The beer and wine distributors of California. Because they knew that if people have access to cannabis, marijuana, they would drink a lot less. You know, sometimes you get all upset, oh, some young people are smoking marijuana. Good! They don't need alcohol. So that's the thing that frightens the alcohol companies. a lot of these people will stop drinking alcohol and start using marijuana instead to party with because it's so much less dangerous. You don't pass out, you don't get into fights, you don't destroy your liver, you don't destroy your heart. All you do is get hungry, go to bed, and get a good night's sleep. So the alcohol companies don't want it. And you know who else doesn't want it? Law enforcement. Law enforcement. Why don't they want to see it? Because they have a $20 billion a year taxpayer-funded marijuana prohibition full employment program for narco cops, prosecuting attorneys, and prison guards. $20 billion pays for a lot of salaries, I'll tell you that. So pharmaceutical companies, alcohol companies, and the law enforcement, they are filthy rich. Here in California, you know who has the biggest political action committee, who gives more money to politicians than any other group? The Prisons Guards Union. So Barack Obama wants the money from the pharmaceutical corporations, they want the money from the alcohol companies, and he wants the gold star on his re-election literature, and he wants their money too. And so he is going to throw the medical marijuana patients under the bus in order to get more money for his re-election campaign. This is wrong. This is wrong, wrong, wrong. This is not why we elected Barack Obama to be President of the United States. Are you as mad and upset about this as I am? Because I am really upset. And you know, there is something you can do about it. You really can. Here is three things that you can do about it. One, call the White House. Here's the phone number, 202-456-1111. 202-456-1111. You can call it Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I guess that's about 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Daylight Savings Time here on the West Coast. Call them. 202-456-1111. You know, just say, start arresting Wall Street bankers, not medical marijuana providers. And then hang up. You can give me your name if you want. That's so simple. And then make up a sign that says the same thing. Start arresting Wall Street bankers, not medical marijuana providers. Stand on freeway oversights, hold it so everybody driving by will see it. And so where take it to work, put it on your desk, whatever. And then the other thing, join in with all these protest rallies, these Occupy Wall Street, Occupy LA, Occupy Irvine, Occupy San Diego, Occupy Riverside. They're going on all over the country. Join them, and when you join them, bring a sign, start arresting Wall Street bankers, stop arresting medical marijuana providers. That's all. Let's do it, folks. We can do it. We can bring the Wall Street bankers to answer. It's about time they started to answer for the crimes they've committed. And maybe this will wake up the Obama administration. Maybe it's going to look so bizarre, so strange, that they're spending all these millions of dollars and government resources going after medical marijuana collectors in California, and the Wall Street bankers get scot-free. Maybe the incongruity of not arresting any of the people who have caused the misery for tens of millions of people in the United States, spending untold resources going after some people who are merely following state law. Maybe the incongruity of it all will sink into many people's heads, even those in the Tea Party. And they're going to want to know why Mr. Obama has not arrested a single Wall Street banker and sends all the cops in to close down a medical marijuana collector.